Start with an opening statement.
The biggest thing for us is I just appreciate Coach Krzyzewski playing us. He gets to pick and choose who he wants to play, and he didn't have to play us ever. And we've tried to play him and ask, and his dance card's full. And what an honor for us. I told him before the game what an honor it is for our little school in East Texas to come in here and just to play. And he's such a classy guy, and he's done so much for the sport. And so much for not only the players that have played for him, but for coaches. He's made all of us better. He's just a selfless, caring man, and he's made me better. He's made our staff better. It was fun to scout him because I haven't scouted him since I worked for Eddie Sutton at Oklahoma State in 2000 in the regional up in Syracuse, and to really try to watch what they do. He's just great. I mean, Vince Lombardi. Here's what we do, and we're going to do it better than you do it. So it was fun. I learned a lot.
Do you feel like they had 22 turnovers? Did you feel like you caused a lot of those, or did you feel like they were unforced errors?
I don't know about that. That's what we do, but we got them after playing New York in the Garden. They're playing little Stephen F. Austin. We were just lucky. I mean, they're coming home. They've been lost in 2 decades or whatever, and after playing in the Garden, just smashing Georgetown in the second half, and their second home, and Thanksgiving, and they probably were overlooking us. We were just lucky. I mean, that's what we do defensively, and we're lucky. We had a senior who kept us in the game, Kevon Harris, in the first half, or it could have turned really ugly. Who's won a lot of games since he's been here.
He was your main scorer in the first half, obviously, but in the second half, he was running the offense, basically. Can you talk about that?
Well, my point guard, John Como, he's getting in an IV right now. He's got cramps. He was, so excited. I don't know if he's ever seen, 9,000 people a couple of times since he's been here. And he heard names he hadn't heard before. So he got a little excited out there. And Trey Jones, he works you like crazy. So this wore him down. And so Kevon, and we talked, that was kind of our game plan because Trey Jones is so good defensively. I mean, he just took it from him a couple of times, and John's our heartbeat, and John gave us all he could. I thought the play of the game, to be honest with you, was when Kakarys hit that 3 against their zone. That gave us life, because I didn't know how we were going to score, because Kevon was juiced, he was gassed.
You made a decision to have Kensmill front Vernon Carey in the post.
Yeah.
That seemed to, he got some lobs and scored.
Yeah. Did he ever miss one? Did I? Maybe
how did that come about?
That's how we play.
Okay.
We play, Eddie Sutton, Bill Self, when Coach used to be at Tulsa, when Coach Self, who I worked for, and just, we don't try not to let people run their offense. And Coach Krzyzewski picked on us some, and that's why they shoot. We give up a high percentage. We try not to give up many assists. We try to make guys make plays versus their offense. People that practice offense since September or August, you're going to have to go make plays to beat us. And when they have a guy like Carey, who's 6'10", 270 against my little 6'6", 270-pound guy, it makes it really hard, but that's how we play the game. And if you're better than us, I'll shake your hand and go on. And it happens, but that's just our style of play, really. We didn't change for. I didn't care if Kareem was out there playing the way he did. We'd have played in front of him, And Carey, how much I've watched Carey play AAU and stuff. He's improved. Some coaches made him such a great player. Golly, has he gotten better. Coach makes his young kids play old so fast. It's so impressive how he and his staff make those kids get old. What a great teacher he is. Oh my gosh. He gets them from first grade to high school by the time they get to the spring. Incredible.
Pardon me if you've already been asked about this, but no non-conference team has come into this place and won in the last 20 years nearly.
Yeah, my wife just told me that.
What does that mean to you?
I'll tell you, this is the first time Stephen F. Austin's ever. We set history. We're 1-0 against a team that's ranked in AP #1. So this is the first time we've ever played. We're in one big league. Ask me on Selection Sunday if it means anything. I'm sure Coach will be able to get after his team tomorrow. They probably won't have a good Thanksgiving because this will make their team a lot better, and they will become great because of it. For us, we got to keep our guys humble because we'll get one bid in the NCAA tournament, and you know, our league, our commissioners here tonight, we're trying to get more than one from our league. Hopefully this will gain some national respect because of how good basketball is in our league. And we've won some games. Nichols beat Pitt, another team in your league, earlier this year. And we think our league's pretty good. We just hadn't got the national respect because of it.
Kyle, forgive me if this has already been asked and answered, but when you guys got down 15,
Didn't we?
yeah, in the first half it was 33-18. I guess that was somewhere in there. But was there a point where, when you guys started to get momentum to turn it back around, where you felt like?
You know, I never look at the score in the first half. I just feel for the game, to be honest. And I'm not a very good coach because I just feel the game in the first half and just play it, to be honest with you, and feed off the body language of my team and the other players in the first half. And in the second half, I'll start looking at the score kind of as we go along. And I'll look at the clock and see how much time, if I need a timeout because of that, stuff like that. But, you know, in here, if you start look around, you'll see all those people yelling at you. I didn't want to see those guys yelling at us. And I thought it was a lot better last time we practiced and there was nobody there. You know, the arena. And I told our guys, I told them to take a picture of nobody in the stands. And that's how it's going to be tonight when we play. And because if you get caught up in those people doing stuff like this at you, and those chants and stuff, then you can really, you know, I told one of the officials tonight that, you know, when I coached at Kansas or Oklahoma State, I watched teams wilt because of crowds and banners. But at our place in Nacogdoches, we have a lot of banners too. We've won a lot over the course of the last 95, 96 years. And banners have won games for us. And I told our players, I said, banners can't beat us tonight. The players have to beat us versus the banners of the crowd. So to answer your question, I really didn't notice the score or the time, but we had a great senior, like I said, Kevon, that kept us and willed us into the game, who's won a lot for us. Played great games in the NCAA tournament, stuff like that too.
Coach, apologies if this has been asked as well, but can you just sort of talk us through your emotions on that final sequence when you see them recover the ball and going down?
You guys seen Forrest Gump? Run, Nate, run. That's what I was thinking. And you know, I did look up at the clock then. I thought, man, you know, Nate's had about 5 surgeries since he's been there on a broken ankle, and we practice about every other day. And I was hoping he wasn't going to try to dunk it because I didn't think he could jump that high this late in the game. And you know, it was. I'm probably not great at celebrating stuff. My wife's in here, and she'll tell you the same thing. But this was obviously a fun night. You know, and I looked at my wife, my children, who've sacrificed so much, and I told my son this before the game. He was 10, he was in the locker room, and I lost my mom this summer, and who was the biggest fan I've had my whole life. And I said, hey, she already knows the outcome of this. I said, why don't we just relax and have some fun, because she already knows what's happening. And so I thought about her. My family was here. And, you know, my wife has been our biggest fan and supports these kids, and it's been a lot of fun. So I was happy for my team and staff. They work really hard. So to be honest with you, I felt terrible for Coach Krzyzewski because I've had games just like this at Oklahoma State and Kansas, and it's terrible. It's just a gut-wrenching deal. And I know the last 3 or 4 seconds for him had to be a nightmare because I've seen it. It's just an awful feeling when you're on the other bench. I don't want it back, but I felt bad for him.
Okay. Coach, thank you.